So we're going to make some simple shapes today, and we're going to start out with a cube. Cubes are easy. You just need 4 sides, and they're all going to be squares. And then we need a roof and a floor. And the roof can go anywhere on any of these, and the floor can go on any one of these. And then we need 7 tabs. If you don't have 7 tabs, something's not going to work right. You're going to need 1 here, and that's going to join this edge with this edge. And then we need to join these 2 edges together. We could put a tab here, or we could put a tab here. For example, this tab is here, and this tab is on this edge. Both of these will work. I like to put them here for a reason that I will show you later. We need a tab here or here, because these 2 are going to join with each other. So this tab will hit this edge. And then we need these 2 to join together. And I'm putting a 45-degree bevel on these because when these fold up, these 2 edges won't overlap each other. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tabs. If I've got 6 tabs, I forgot 1. If I've got 8 tabs, then there's 2 that are going to hit each other. Now we need to fold on all lines. So all these little tabs have to fold in. And then all of our corners and edges need to fold in too. The best way to put this together is to join these 2 long ones first. I join these 2, and then this can just fold down. That's why I like putting the tabs here, because I can get this one last. I can just go, and it will stick. It's not going to go through it. This one can go down, but you can see the tabs sometimes want to go on the outside there. So there's a strategy on where you put your tabs. So I'm going to go put some glue on this one right here. See, I have to kind of fight these tabs to go on the inside. That's why I don't like putting tabs there. It'd be kind of hard to fight that thing. This is easy though. This goes just like that. It's easy. It's not going to push in too far or anything. And we've got a perfect little 1-inch cube. Now we're going to make a rectangle. This is a little harder because our sides are not exactly the same. We can't just draw a whole bunch of squares together. We have to keep in mind how big things are. So here's a front. And here's a side. So now we need another side. And now we need a back. Now the back can go here or it can go here. It doesn't really matter. But it has to be the same size as this. It needs to be 4 squares by however tall this is. Now we need a tab to join these 2 edges together. It can go on either side. If I put one here, I need to make sure my tab is not bigger than this side. Otherwise it won't fit. I'm going to make this one about the same size as this because it'll actually help us put it together. Now, we need a top and a bottom. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This needs to be this length. This wall needs to be the same as this wall. So this is 2. This needs to be 2. It does matter. If I did it like this, it wouldn't fit, obviously. This would be too wide for this, and this would be, folded in the wrong spot. Now, I could also do the bottom like this. And then this would fold in. This isn't as good, though. We have a short little line here. It's not as accurate. It's going to be kind of harder to bend. So here's where some of the strategy of where you put your parts go. You want to have the longest fold line that you can. This is just short fold line. It's not going to work as well. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave the bottom off of this because it's going to be easier to put together if we can get our fingers inside. With sides this big, this is just going to be a little triangle. So I can make this a box of cereal or a cell phone. And then I can cut this thing out. So see, this folds like that, and that top's going to come down there. And here's our cereal box. So next we're going to do a cylinder. So this is 1 inch around, or 4 little squares. Now we want to know the distance around this. We need to make a strip of paper that's going to curl up into a tube and be this big. Now we could do this with math. We got this little guy here, and this is pi. And pi equals 3.141 and a bunch of numbers coming out. We could multiply how wide this is by pi and know exactly how much it is. So if this is 1 inch, it would be 3 inches and some extra. If this were, if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times 3 would be 12 point something or other. We get a calculator and figure that out. So here's an easier way. We get a piece of paper. I'm going to make a mark here, and I'm going to hold my pen down so this thing can pivot. And I'm going to pivot it until it touches that line, and then I'm going to put my pen there. And I'm going to do this in little pieces. I'm going to kind of just walk this piece of paper around the paper. Like that. Now, I could go all the way around, but I don't need to. I did 1/4 of the way. This is 1/4. If I just duplicate this 4 times, I'll have this whole thing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. This line should be the distance of all of this around. It should be 12 something. We're going to cut this out, and it's going to wrap around that. But we do need a tab. Now, the other thing we need is a tab to attach this onto this edge. We could put tabs around here if we wanted, but it's easier to have the tabs here. And they have to be small. If I had a big tab like this, it would have to be flat here because paper will only fold in a straight line. And if I have a big fat tab like this, it won't let this part of it be curved. Now I could make a whole bunch of tabs like this, and that would work really good, but I don't really need to. I find that 3 or 4 tabs is just fine. That's all we need to hold this on here. So this should rotate around, and this should be exactly the same size as this. There, look at that. It's like we planned it that way or something. Then we're going to bend these tabs down, and then we can cut this circle out and just rest it right on top. There, look at that. We've got a cylinder. If you can make rectangles and cubes, you can glue them together with cylinders and make something really complex like this. This is just rectangles glued together. Here's a bunch of cylinders glued together. More rectangles, little cube. Couple cylinders. Right, let's go make a wedge. We're going to make a big long line here. And a big long line here. And then we're going to draw this shape over here. Now this is easy. This is 3 and this is 3. But what's this? We need to make this as long as this. So we've got a piece of paper. And we make a mark, and we make a mark. And we put this distance right there. This should be the same as this. We need ourselves some tabs, of course. And we need some tabs here. And this end is going to join here. So there needs to be a tab on either one of these. I'm going to put it on this end. So those are going to go like that, and this is going to go right on top. See, look at that. And now we have a wedge. Well, thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I'm hoping to get to the double digits with subscribers this week.